was literally just about to say I'm just gonna go and restart Windows. Alright, so should just be ready to just go, right? Okay, so timer starts when I select easy difficulty, which is 3, 2, 1, and go. So this is Section 8 Prejudice. It was the sequel to, I believe it's the console exclusive 8 Section 8. I believe this is the sequel. I never played the first one because it was only on consoles. But it was a pretty cool game. Yeah, we play as this dude called Cord. He's like some super soldier kind of guy. We're just doing some training, teaching these guys what it's like to be a soldier. So this is literally just a tutorial, just telling us how to play the game.
Fast-moving targets in a pinch. Luckily, the taxpayers were kind enough to provide us with some lock-on tech.
Yeah, and since it's in the future, we obviously have access to some nice new technology, like this lock-on, which we can use to lock on to any target.
Next up, the 8 armored are always equipped with an alternate weapon. Got it. Switch out and fire. Quick control. And finally, your armored suits are interlaced with a network of 10.
We'll see this guy later on. He'll be helping us later.
After a short sprint, your suit will engage its overdrive speed burst. Got it. Demonstrate overdrive by sprinting over to Sergeant Graves.
He's gonna have to go.
Get there before he throws himself up.
Yeah, we have to come over to this guy here, Graves. He's another guy we'll see later. And this is one of our abilities as well that we will use to go fast. It's called overdrive. It allows us to sprint faster. So here we're going to grab the repair tool, edit our upgrades so that we have faster run speed and more bullet damage. And
soldiers through the advances in our engineering.
We want to have faster speed upgrades so obviously we can run faster.
Tool for your 2 equipment slots.
And we grab the repair tool as well because we need it for this next part.
Alright, Captain, you're up. Infiltrate the base and destroy the enemy turret with your grenades. Remember, grenades only.
So we just throw grenades at the turret. That's what we need the grenades for. There's also that grenade there. It's like they do act like proximity grenades.
Recon can tip the scales. Save lives. Captain, hack the turret's control point straight ahead.
This portion really relates to the multiplayer section of the game, which is similar to like Battlefield now. You have to capture control points.
You must wait for the virus to override and capture it.
So this doesn't really matter for the campaign, but it does work. Or you do need to learn about this stuff for multiplayer, which unfortunately not many people are really playing.
Repair tool can fix anything, from armor to deployables to vehicles. If no target is within range,
so we just repair that.
Good showing as always, sir. Appreciate the demo.
Then we go over here to the to this drop ship, and we learn about the drop, like combat drop-ins, which is pretty cool.
Captain Cord has literally been doing this since he was a kid. Climb on board, Captain. Show him how the armored.
This is like showing you how you spawn if you were to play multiplayer, which is pretty cool. You can spawn anywhere and you just fall out of the sky. We're just gonna brake just so we can angle our drop so that we're over here, and that way we can just go straight over. to the obstacle course.
Done showing off. I could use a test dummy at the live fire course. Coming through. It's all yours.
Still working up kinks here, Captain. I heard Major Blackburn asking for you. The live fire course demonstrates the armored infantry's range and mobility. You'll need to use your jetpack to complete this course. We've just activated.
Yeah, we also have a jetpack.
How it works. Nicely done,
Which is pretty
sir.
cool. Doesn't last forever though. It's quite short.
For the obstacle course. Use it when you're ready to begin. Now jetpack over the wall and sprint to platform 1.
So this is the obstacle course. As you see, it does have a little timer, so you can try and optimize. I think I got it down to like 36 seconds or something. Basically, you just have to run through and then shoot these targets.
Now take out the second target set. Use your lock-on, Captain. Overdrive and hit your jetpack to clear the gap.
Over here, we just jump and then
That's a live minefield, Captain.
spam the jetpack because we get more horizontal distance that way. 36 seconds, that's really good.
Captain Court, this is General Stone.
For the obstacle
I need your
course.
assistance. Report to the brig.
On my way, General.
Damn outer rim colonials. It ain't Earth, but it ain't so bad.
Commencing scan. Please wait. Apologies for the inconvenience, Captain Cord. All clear. Move on through to the brig.
So I don't know the whole background of this, but basically we capture some bad dudes and they get, this is like, these are the bad dudes here. You can tell we're the good guys because we're in blue, and blue obviously means good.
I have the engineers working on them, but communications are shorting out. I need you to do a visual on the perimeter until we're completely up and running. Start with the watchtowers. The sentries haven't been able to check in for over an hour.
So you just go over here.
Scan in progress, sir. You're good, Captain. Move along.
Sentry tower straight ahead.
And, as you'll see in just a moment, not everything is as it seems. You know, everything looks fine, but in reality, it's not.
General, we have a problem.
So the reason they're doing this jailbreak is because we have the leader of the Arm of Orion, which is the bad guys here. We have their leader, and they want them back up very hard, like, you know, really desperately. So obviously we have to stop them from doing that. Be some more spawning here. We'll just throw a grenade at that. The handgun's actually surprisingly good. It's very reminiscent of the Halo Magnum because it's quite strong for being a handgun.
General Stone, relays are back online. Distress call underway.
They've broken our line.
But we're not going to really be using it. We're going to use it for this mission. That's about it. Because we have access to better guns.
Protocol. Captain, there are hostiles at the brig. Opening the gates. Good luck, sir.
Thorne has made it to a ship. He's getting away. Captain Cord, converge on my coordinates immediately.
So we have to go and meet up with our general and figure out what we're going to need to do after.
Thorne cannot escape. He knows who's backing the Arm of Orion, and we need that information. We've planted beacons on all the prisoners. Take a dropship and pursue. This is General Stone. Report.
They're destroying the transports. Bastards are picking up our dropships on their way out.
They're trying to stop us from following. Get to the airfield and defend our ships.
Security has locked us out. We're hacking through. Gates are unlocked.
Good to see you alive, Cord. I've got your back.
Well, my accuracy is not great. the gun. One thing we can also do when we're doing our overdrive is we could just body check people. It's actually quite funny. Nope. Too far away to, or too close to body checking.
Incoming! On your toes, Captain. Almost lost you there.
You can just fly over this because fire doesn't hurt us, really.
There's only
Just
one left. Protect
getting stuck off collision. Now we just have to defend this dropship from being destroyed because it's literally the last one the whole USIF have. Or at least on this base. You would think they'd have more.
hostiles incoming.
But no, they don't.
Target their last dropship. The commander can't be followed.
They'll just basically just spawn over here so we can just go and kill them. Nope. I could use my grenade because they're a prox grenade, so they just blow up when someone gets near it, which is fine. Shoot him. There.
Stone, last dropship secure. First recon, assist the wounded. Matthews with me. We're going after them.
Alright, so that's the first mission. Now we go on the chase to chase them down. And this beginning of the mission is actually known to soft lock. So I have to. I know I need to be going fast, but for this portion just up here, I have to take it kind of slowly, a little bit. We'll just knife this guy. Oh, or not. You do get special fatality like executions, but I couldn't get that, so I just killed him with a knife. Just fine. So we just have to go and protect our buddy while he disables some arm of Orion jammers.
Stay safe, Matthews.
And this is where the game can soft lock. So we have to snipe these guys so that he can get past. But there's a set of guys that if we snipe too fast, then Matthews just doesn't progress forward. And I've checked, when I get the problem, I've checked there is no more enemies. Because he usually only advances once all the enemies are dead. But I've checked and there was no enemies. So these guys that spawn here, if you kill them as soon as they come out, then the game gets stuck. So we can't let that happen. So we just have to give them a second, let them come out, and then we can shoot them. Now we have the sniper rifle, which is one of the strongest guns in the game, but it's got obviously a very slow fire rate. That's a rocket.
Jammer 2 is ready for you, Matthews.
Alright, moving in. Second jammer down. Last one looks pretty heavily guarded, Captain. Would you kindly clear me a path?
Where's the sniper? I can't see him. He's hiding behind that cover.
Reloading.
Yeah, that's just one of these things with these older games. They don't expect you to go that fast. I mean, I say older. This is like 2010. But yeah, I think it's just something to do with the fact that they're, you know, they're dying as soon as they're spawning, and the game just gets confused of that because they're not meant to. But that's really the only softlock I encounter when doing runs. I think the other runner of the game, Fireman, I think he has encountered a few other softlocks on other levels, but not that I've seen any.
And knocked out their static camouflage system.
Roger that. Getting our first readings now, but that is no outpost. It's an entire military base. And it spans several miles of Arctic canyon.
Looks like we're gonna need some heavy artillery.
Sending in a supply depot to your location.
No, so we're gonna replace the sniper rifle with the RPG missile launcher with just crash missiles. Right, we'll take this. No, assault rifle, slug rounds, probably missile launcher, crash missiles. Also take det packs and the repair tool, and yeah, our perks are good. So we need the rocket launcher because we need to blow up some vehicles.
Restricted area entered. System shutdown imminent.
We also just have the RPG for that as well.
Stocked up, General. What are your orders?
I need you to stay on Commander Thorne. Picking up an ammunition convoy headed toward his position. Move in to intercept. Roger that. Through these gates.
That's a bit risky because sometimes you can go too early and it will just kill you. So the det packs are just like C4 really.
Targeting the bunkers. They're trying to catch us in a crossfire. Destroyed.
So now we can just continue onwards. We'll probably use the RPG later to get some, just to kill some enemies, but and the turrets and that. Although one thing, yeah, that the RPG does have a very slow fire rate.
Sending in a supply depot to your location.
So now we don't really have to worry about these guys. We could just avoid them, really.
Now the alarms go off. Bad news, Captain. Armed deep space probes just spotted our fleet ships on approach.
Need a supply depot.
This place is about to turn into a feeding trough. No. The mainframe junction, Captain. Grenade incoming! Damn it, they're all over the place.
Hack the security network. We got some plot. That's basically just saying who the who's like funding and arming the arm of Orion. Really?
This gives us some idea of who's been backing the arm.
Our best strategy is going to be preventing them from escaping again. We need to destroy their fleets.
Just reload the rocket launcher. Or
Sergeant Gray,
spare that's good enough.
blowing shit up? My pleasure. I'll talk you through sabotaging the shipyard. Head over there now.
So now we have to essentially blow up all their stuff because they blew up our stuff, and that's only fair. I might need to use my repair tool because the reason I take the repair tool is so I can heal myself. But the auto regen has got my back.
Mystery man must be on the other.
Fleet could try Thorn's Beacon while we deal with the shipyard. Graves, you getting this?
So we can avoid most of those
This place
dudes.
is essentially a carbon copy of an early USIF refinery.
Just get some ammo back.
Yes?
Very. Basically, it's a two-part process. First, destroy the safety valves. Then push all that fuel into the pipeline. This is Commander Thorne. All infantry to the shipyard. We have multiple enemies on site.
I believe the console is. Well, oh, that's right. I need to kill the dudes in here as well.
Sounds like the only hard part will be getting inside the fuel stations.
Nope. just use the rocket launcher. It's fine. It's perfectly acceptable to use a rocket launcher.
To the controls. I'll reconfigure the mech arms to disable the safety valves. There should be a couple of cranes on the move.
Copy that. I've got a visual. Yep, those valves are touched.
Fine. Now, hurry to the emergency flush controls on the ledge above. Activate the flush sequence to flood the lines. Alright, nice. Yeah,
I basically just have to go do it again,
the fuel.
which I believe you just do it over here.
There's another one of these things?
Military construction. You know the drill. Get me control of those cranes. The cost.
Sending in a supply depot to your location. Captain, they're waiting for us.
Why do you think, why, like, this is kind of bad military design, the fact that they allow that with the cranes.
Push all the fuel into the pipes leading to the gunships. This whole place is now a giant bomb waiting to be set off. The fuel is flooding through every fleet ship in the entire shipyard.
This is going to be brilliant.
All right.
So now that we've blown up all their stuff, they can't get back up.
It's heavily damaged and making a slow retreat through the ravines ahead.
I should have.
Head through the canyons and catch him. The Fifth Elite is starting their planetary assault now. Keep an eye out for friendlies.
So that's a mech. They're pretty tough things, but the rocket launcher just melts through them with ease.
Forces up ahead, Captain. Rendezvous and assist. Captain Cord, this way.
Machine gun now available. Mortar now available. New gear variants available.
So now we will replace that with the crash mortar missile launcher with, yeah, just that, and the assault rifle with the machine gun.
We took out 2 of their AA nests, Captain, but there's still 1 more. No problem, mate. Apply explosives directly on the remaining AA battery to destroy it. Cord, this is Sergeant
Excuse me.
Graves. I'm in orbit now.
Took you a sweet time getting here, didn't you, Graves?
Shut it, Matthews. Just clear out that AA nest so I can drop in.
Heal myself so I can not have to take constant damage. So now here's our backup.
Arrived. Cord, Thorne's dropship was forced to land at an outpost just ahead. Recon and clear the area. We must capture him alive. Took your sweet time clearing that nest, didn't you, Matthews?
Shut it, Graves.
Visual on the armed commander's ship. It's down in flames.
First recon, fan out.
Oh, I'm dead. Let's pretend that didn't happen. That never happened, guys. Trust me.
Visual on the armed commander's ship. It's down in flames.
First recon, fan out.
But unlike Risk of Rain earlier, we don't have to reset the entire run. I think it was that sniper that got me, because the sniper does do a lot of damage.
Reloading. Stone, no sight of Thorne at the outpost.
We're tracking the Orion commander to a fortified compound due east. There are several pockets of resistance, so you'll need to just carve a path through. Call down a bike and head over to the front lines. Bike scheduled for delivery.
Again, that's one of the multiplayer components, is you get money with like capturing the objectives and that, and you can buy stuff like bikes and the mechs, supply depots and all that stuff. It does incorporate the multiplayer components actually quite well into the campaign, even though it only uses it once or twice. we just have to destroy these missile turrets here because they're causing problems.
Captain, multiple bogies dropping in on your position. Deployable turrets inbound.
Just crush them real quick. The thing, unfortunately, it does have a slow sensitivity, so it does take a bit to actually move it.
They're retreating? You gotta be kidding me. Pursue them. They're heading for the commander's bunker. Captain, I see enemy infantry and supplies up ahead. Fuel depot, com array, motor pool. The USIF battle fleet is inbound to provide support, Captain. Clear out that supply base. Nothing fancy here, Captain. Just pour all your missiles into them. Point destroyed.
We just have to destroy a bunch of armed equipment because we can. We'll come back for that fuel depot last, because that's actually where we need to go, or the comm relay.
Get too close to those fuel tanks, Captain.
The bike's actually holding up surprisingly well.
The tip has a confirmed visual on Commander Dawn. Captain, there's an access tunnel just above the comm satellites. Captain, we're already here. Forget the bike. Let's move. The armed commander is inside the compound, completely surrounded by bodyguards and heavy artillery. Cord, no mistakes. We need him alive and talking. The man don't need his arms or legs to talk.
Matthew, focus on the sniper. Brace.
Okay,
Take out
I'm
those
getting...
turrets.
Yeah, no, I figured I was gonna get killed. It's unfortunate, but whatever. It's always the snipers that get me. So we'll just come over here and say hi to our good old buddy Thorn, who I'm sure would love to see us.
It doesn't matter how many of us you kill, Captain. This is just the beginning.
We just shoot this guy with whatever. He's not gonna do much to us. We just use our mortar.
I need an airstrike on this position.
Do not let him into that bunker. General, we've got a problem. He's underground.
Now we just really have a defense, defending bit.
But it'll take some time to charge your cannon. Captain, hostile aircraft inbound. I'm marking their bombing routes on your HUD.
This bit's a bit annoying because these
5 seconds to
airstrikes will one-shot you. And we get some intense screen shake because we all know you love intense screen shake. Just refill our supplies. So we just have to defend ourselves from the arm.
Another airstrike about to hit. USIS Nevada is ready, but we're detecting several levels of sub-energy shields.
we just gotta do this 3 times, just survive, hack that control panel, and then blow it up.
Direct hit. The hull is cracked, but we have a new subshield holding steady.
Captain, we'll have another shot ready in a moment.
There's so much screen shake going on with the airstrikes, it's unreal. So we'll just hack this control console when it's time.
The orbital strike is ready. Hack another console.
I'm not moved on that. We have to get out of the way of the airstrike, otherwise we're gonna get destroyed.
Armada powering up the fire. One more hit should do it. The final shot will be ready in a moment.
And I'm just gotta come over here.
Another airstrike about to hit.
Not while it's getting airstrike. If you ask me, the reason why that we have this lock-on technology is because of console players, let's be honest. Because this is in the original Section 8 as well. But I believe the original Section 8 was either only a last-gen console exclusive, or it was just a 360 exclusive. I don't know in which order it is, but I've never actually seen it on PlayStation. So, if you ask me, they just have that just to make console players' lives easier.
Final subshields down. Everyone take cover.
Oh wow, you can actually get up here, that's cool. But that's very useful being up there. So now things exploded. Now we have to get out of here.
Find him now. Go, go, go.
New gear variants available.
That gear variants just mean we can have different abilities for our guns.
These will slice right through our armor.
Yes, we just have to dodge these mining beams, which we can do just by staying to the side of them. This one we can just dodge just by simply just getting to the right side, like staying on the right side.
Captain, Major Blackburn here. The General's got his hands full countering this ambush, but I'm en route with an evac.
Damn good to hear your voice, Major.
There's a launch pad a few thousand meters north. I'll meet you there if you can get to it.
Roger that. Graves, Matthews, you heard the man. Double time.
Any way to shut these damn lasers down? Short of blowing them all up? No. This type of mining operation is automated.
Anyway, so we got through the lasers. We can also pick up a collectible, not that we're gonna need it, but we can have it.
Arm Commander Soren, a USIF traitor, appears to have defected after meeting with the entity called the Spear. All further information regarding Soren has been automatically classified and is not available for immediate dissemination.
So the spear that the AI just mentioned, that's the main bad guy, or the main enemy faction of the game, is the spear, and they are the ones that fund the arm. So they blew up the dropship, or the launch pad, and it's damaged the dropship.
Blackbird, can you still land? Negative! I've got an engine fire and my VTOL controls are offline!
Entered. System
There's
shutdown.
a full-scale LZ 2 clicks west. Swarming with hostiles, but it's the only option. Transmitting coordinates now. Get to that LZ, soldiers!
First recon, on me. We've got a plane to catch. they know our tactics. General Stone, you copy this?
I saw the armor cam feed, Captain. We can figure it out later. I'm coordinating a singular jump. Get your asses to Blackburn. I'll leave you behind if I have to. Is he serious? Yes. Bridge is blown out.
Okay, so this is a good time save. It's just you jump across the bridge instead of going around. It's a bit risky because you could mismanage your jetpack fuel and not make the jump, but we did it first try, which was pretty good. And we got I think we got like hit by an EMP or something, so we can't use our abilities.
Blackburn, we're here. Where the hell are you?
On my way, Captain. The ship's about ready to fall apart on me. Keep the LZ clear of hostiles while I make my approach.
In fact, I don't think I really need the rocket launcher just now, so if I can find the supply depot, wherever that's deployed, I can switch over to the handgun.
Whoever these guys are, they came for a fight. Let's make sure they get one.
So just switch missile launcher pistol with slug. That should be fine. Yeah, that should be perfect. Just drop the mortar right on him, max damage. So if you ever played the original Halo, you'll remember that the Magnum in the original Halo was stupid overpowered. I think they took a few lessons from Halo when it came to designing this gun. They made it just stupid powerful for no reason. Not that that bothers me though, because it kills faster than most of the other guns, except the shotgun and the sniper. But the sniper's obviously, it's kind of slow and it's not exactly optimal for this kind of scenario, and we don't have the shotgun yet. We get the shotgun, I believe, next mission, I believe.
General, Blackbird's down.
What?
He's gone down. First recon is en route to the crash site.
So we defend this, you know, this landing pad so we can evacuate, but our dropship gets shot down, so we have to go to the dropship, like the crash site of the dropship.
We'll have to plant explosives directly on the battery, Captain.
Hell yeah, OP pistols are great. Like, they're just not what you would expect to be OP. You'd expect, like, you know, certain rifles or the shotguns or whatever to be OP, but you don't expect a pistol to be OP. So that battery explodes, and then we have to go back to these guys.
I've got a medivac inbound on Blackburn's position. Get back to the other survivors.
So that's this mission. We finally get out.
We're on the deck, Captain.
I believe this is when we get the shotgun, and there's actually a skip thing we can do here, but it's incredibly hard.
Captain Cord, please report for debriefing.
Speaking of glitches, there is a glitch here, which I can't actually do yet, but there's a glitch, because this room, just have to sit here for a few minutes listening to this guy talk. We can, if we go fast enough, we can just go through this door and not have to worry about that, but unfortunately, it's very, very hard. If you ask the other runner of this game, Fireman, he might be able to explain it better. But because he's in his run, which is the current record, managed to get this glitch. Doesn't save an awful lot of time. It just helps. It still saves a bit of time, but not something, not a lot of time. So yeah, it does use glitches. That's about it though.
They began to mutate, grow unstable, eventually turning against Earth and the Senate. So a USIF
this is basically explaining what the spear is, so the main bad guys that are funding the arm.
They won't stop until they've annihilated the entire USIF. Which is why I need you to re-establish communications with any surviving USIF as quickly as possible.
Yes, sir.
Captain, I'm waiting topside. Come on up and let's go get this base in order. Have you noticed there are never any... Captain, Stone needs us to set up a sensor network until the main relays come online.
Restricted
Let's head
area.
up to the control center.
Shutdown imminent.
The optimal coordinates are on top of the control center balcony. I'm transferring to you the requisition points to deploy the new sensor. Sensor array dropped. Let me get this straight. The Orion Spear broke Thorn out of prison to use him as bait. They lured the arm and the USIF all to one place. And once we got there, the Spear tried to destroy us all at once. Man, that is some cold shit. Now we gotta bring the transmitter tower online. All this work, just to get this old base up to spec. I hope she'll hold if it comes to a fight. Good to see you, Captain Cord. If you're here to configure the transmission sequence, the encryption console is on the upper level.
So yeah, after doing some old boring base reworking stuff, now we have to defend the tower from, I believe it's the arm, or maybe even the spear, I don't know. At this point, I've kind of lost track on who I'm shooting at this point. Not that it really matters. To be fair, they're shooting at us, so it gives us all right to shoot them back. So we get the shotgun now, which is one of the strongest weapons in the game. There's a dude meant to be dropping down here. Shoot him. Shoot him. In fact, I should probably also go to the supply depot, head to upgrade, run speed, bullet damage, and then that. That way, so we don't have to worry about messing with the inventory, because we already have the guns we want, we just need the upgrades.
Air support is en route. All squads, start calling down minigun turrets. Captain, you have my rec points. Deploy a couple of turrets on either side of the tower. Set up perimeter defenses against enemy reinforcements.
So we should get some rec points. We can buy a minigun turret.
I thought I was a scary
Put one there.
Not gonna stop me
I believe we'll put one over here.
Captain.
But they're not going to be that useful. I've got my shotgun, which is fine. And I have det packs.
Deployable delivered.
It just helps against the
Heads up. Another wave of
enemies.
incoming from the north. I see him. Incoming on the ridge line. I'm reloading.
thought I might get past.
More hostiles inbound! Shit! Behind the tower! South! Here they come!
So you can see them coming in. So just throw the jet back, do some damage to them. Captain's got more health than the regular dudes, so it takes a few more shots to kill. But overall, these dudes are still pretty weak. That's a spear. I totally knew that we were fighting the spear.
On me for
Don't worry,
recon.
guys. Just casually body check them. And almost die.
Restricted area entered. System
Please.
shutdown imminent.
Have mercy. Have mercy so I can kill you faster, thanks.
General, we've secured some spear intelligence. Transmitting now for decryption.
Receiving. Cord, while they're decrypting the intel, we need to get the generator started. That big generator powers most of our planetary communications. I've called in a pair of mechs. We're going to need to...
Oh yeah, this is a fun bit. We get to use the mechs we saw earlier.
Blackbird and Matthews.
Which we don't have to, but since we're in a marathon, we might as well. So obviously it's not as fast as Cord just running, but we got a lot more health. We also have melee kills and some machine guns. We also have melee, so we can also punch them as well.
Right, hit him hard.
Payback time. Eyes high. We've got another squad dropping in. Another hostile squad is incoming, Captain. More meat for the grinder. Area's clear, Captain. Now use the two consoles near the generator cores to reactivate them.
So now I've got the generator back up and running, which is always nice.
General Stone, the generator cores are back up and running. Communications are back online. We're receiving a distress call. Go to the East Comms and assist the engineering team there. Captain, we're processing your intel. Something about a doomsday weapon being produced on New Madrid.
What kind of
Nice, doomsday weapon, my
It's
favorite.
unclear, but caution demands we assume the worst.
Oh, it's USIF.
Thank you, sir. These dishes are the key tool in coordinating our planetary communications and defense. But we need more time. We're still bringing them back up online. Damn things look like they haven't been used in a century.
You just get these dishes working. We've got you covered.
More hostiles headed this way.
Now we just have to defend the comm relays and shoot some more people. just come over here, protect comm relay some more. The turret will deal with that one. Graves can deal with the soldiers. Come on, Graves, you got this. I shouldn't have to kill everything before we move here.
Anti-infantry turret offline. We're halfway done with the north ditch.
Let's take a step back. Again, like the vehicles seem to have less sensitivity, so they move a lot more sluggishly, it feels. Let's get out and repair it.
Power's up. Com Relay 1 is online. Let's get that Relay 2 rolling.
It's just more of the same. Except my bullets are not hitting me. Getting the ground right in front of me.
More spear vehicles have landed. Repeat, spear vehicles on the ground.
Yep, they have a mech too. My mech's better than your mech. That's an example of a fatality you can do, which is like just a fancy execution move. Oh, we're actually getting pounded. Let Graves deal with them. Shoot my bloody neck. Let's fix her up, huh? Because she shouldn't be getting punished like this. Okay, we'll do it. Go back to killing everything. This deploy the missile turret is just giving both of us problems.
Com Relay 2 is online.
Dishes are in position, General.
Activation confirmed. Coordinating with ground forces now. Matthews reporting, General. My location is being hit hard by the spear. We could use some backup here ASAP. General Salvador has attacked Central Command. He's taking down the orbital cannons. If he takes out the planetary defense system, the spear fleet ships will annihilate us. We're sending first recon to intercept.
Alright, so this mission starts off with a tank escort, which is kind of annoying because the obviously you're faster than the tank, so it does lag behind you. Hello there, Turtle.
Area clear. Third Armored moving to Fuel Depot 1.
Oh, that's a jetpack. I can actually hit the tank with a jetpack.
Available. New gear variants available.
Don't we ever need to change my gear variants? I think we should be fine just now. Although I'll switch out jetpacks, I think, for a different mortar. So, crash pack, mortar, thing. High damage, right mortar. That should be good. There we go, easy. Oh, and this game's a Games for Windows Live game, so there's Xbox achievements as well. But a lot of them are, or some of them are related to multiplayer, which I can't obtain because multiplayer is dead, if not disabled. I'm actually stuck. Oh crap. Oh my, I'm actually stuck. It's okay. I got my jetpack. And the tank got... What? So the tank got destroyed, but I didn't even see it take damage.
Restricted area entered. System shutdown imminent.
But I think we just skipped a bit of that section actually. Because this is further on. I think we just skipped a little bit of the mission, nothing insane. In fact, that is another thing that still needs to be looked at, is like abusing checkpoints. Because I know on Prejudice, the last mission, we can save a little bit of time by abusing a checkpoint right at the beginning. But it still needs to be definitely looked at. Because I'm getting stuck.
Good to see you, Captain. This defense line leads straight into Central Command. We're holding, but just barely.
Hostile spotted. Big wave incoming from the north.
Damn it! Captain, we could use your help to fortify this
I'm
position.
just getting stuck on
Hey,
things.
Christ. Think these spear guards really worked for the Senate? Something sure pissed them
The
off.
Senate. They are the Senate.
Love, greed, or religion. It's usually one of those.
Restricted area entered. System shutdown imminent.
Use the mortar. Deal some damage. That way we can just clean up the rest with the shotgun.
Positions. Another wave incoming.
There's a mech. We'll deal with the mech with the mortar. It's absolutely that just absolutely melted the mech, which is exactly what I was going for.
From here. Head into Central Command and check in with Blackburn.
On my way.
There are 3 generators that must be activated for the
Stick it into his
orbital
eyes.
cannons to come online.
Blind him.
Blackburn, I've just gotten word that second recon captured generator 2, but they report no luck with generators 1 or 3.
I need you to hack a path through those trenches and activate those last 2 generators.
Do you know what that means? The fact that they can't, that means we have to.
Need those
Well, I'm
turrets
getting shut
online.
down
Hold his
because
position.
it's not.
Good. Grab a repair tool and repair those turrets. Turrets are outside in the bunkers. Get them back online before the spear overruns Central Command.
Stay low, Captain.
I'm getting stuck on geometry now. It's weird. Here's its first turret. Now we need to go for the second one. That was good. Just repair the turret, and then we can go and capture the generators because apparently nobody else can.
Turrets are back in action.
Move on to generator 1, Captain. We'll take it from here.
Basically, Captain Cord is can do everything. Granted, he is a super soldier, whatever, with his armor and that, but still.
Generator up and running.
Good start, but keep moving. Captain, second recon is reporting hostiles at generator 2. Let's cut through the industrial park up ahead and give them a hand. Sniper!
got some more defense.
Restricted area entered. System shut down.
Section after this is a bit of a platforming section. It's a bit wonky because there is kill traps on the ground. Now we just use mortar. There we go. If we destroy one more mech with the mortar, I'll be able to get an Xbox achievement. Not that it matters, I have like 70,000 gamer score anyway.
Request permission to stay here and hold the line.
Permission granted, Graves.
As per you, getting to Generator 3 is going to be tricky. The road up ahead is a death trap. Vehicles everywhere. But there's a maintenance shortcut that will take you straight to the generator.
Graves, keep the generator secure. I'm moving out.
Old Graves is your man, Captain.
Don't I know it?
So there's lava here. We can die from touching the lava, so we try not to. But the over here the platform does break out from underneath us, and there's that, all this stuff that just wants to kill us. But we got through it relatively fine.
Go straight to the generator, Captain. Be ready. Odds are it's a trap.
Major,
Aha, joke's on you!
Good. Airstrike inbound to clear the main road. Overdrive back to Generator 2, now!
Oh, that tank just despawned right in front of us. It's weird. In fact, before we go, let me go and grab the rocket launcher. Missile launcher, very high. High structure damage, that's what we need, is high vehicle damage.
Stop Salvador before he destroys that generator!
Because we have this boss fight with Salvador's gunship.
Spear fleet beginning bombardment. Scramble all ships.
Well, I say it's a boss fight, it's not really. He just shoots some missiles at me and it's just generally a pain in the ass. So we take the rocket so we can damage Salvador's ship. He does love to fire a bunch of little missiles that can just absolutely ruin my day. So we're just gonna avoid dealing with them and just hide under here for a little bit. Gonna just peek out every so often with the rockets. You can tell how slow the rate of fire of the rocket launcher is. So I'm just spamming. You can just hear me like spamming the left mouse button. It's just taking forever to fire. That was a bad shot with the mortar. You can usually hit it and do some pretty good damage with the mortar.
Target the platform. Destroy the backup control.
No, we're gonna get, yeah. Couldn't get into cover fast enough. It's annoying though, because he spams so many rockets. It's okay, this boss fight's easy enough. I say easy enough, but this is honestly one of the bits I struggled with when I started learning this game. At least when I started running it. This bit's just not easy.
Target the platform. Destroy the backup control.
Shield offline.
And we're just frozen in the sky, of course. It's okay. We're fine. We're good.
Spear fleet beginning bombardment. Scramble all ships. Intercept anything you can reach. Gunship on this position.
I managed to hit it slightly, which is good.
Target the platform. Destroy the backup control. Target the platform. Destroy the backup control. I'm reloading.
I mean, that works as a viable strat for dealing with those missiles. It's just stay in the air.
Gunship falling back. Prepare for emergency repairs.
Alright, so we lost time a lot, definitely. Because we had to restart that fight a few times. But whatever. We're still doing okay.
Cord is inbound on your position.
I think we're still on
On with third
pace
recon at the
for
halfway
estimate.
labs. Cord, rendezvous with Blackburn and assist third recon. Captain, you're a godsend. Help us clear the area of hostiles so I can call down the crew.
Grab the shotgun again. We need buckshot rounds. Should be fine.
Northern positions are under siege. Enemy mix moving in.
Actually, does a surprising amount of damage to the
Area entered.
to the mech.
Area cleared and wide open, General. Send down the town. Multiples deploying on your location, Major. Stand back.
So basically, this mission we're on the planet of New Madrid, and we have to stop their
Recovered indicates a lab to
there's the
southeast
spear
is
weapon.
generating a new spear weapon. We need to capture that laboratory, but there's too much AA fire for a direct assault. Good. Take a few men south and destroy those AA nests on your way. Defensive positions. They're targeting the AA guns. That's half the AA. Two more to go. Reinforcements. General, engineers are reporting massive toxicity in the water supply. Picking up high levels of a niacin derivative. What kind of weapon are we dealing with? Cord, get over to the lab and hack their research records. Get me anything and everything they've got.
Shields offline.
I can heal myself real quick. Grab some more ammo.
We're decrypting the information, but this is going to take some time. Well, we must have done something right. We have hot and heavy incoming.
Notice that these stairs aren't actually made properly.
Let them destroy the database.
Literally unplayable now. I'm sorry. Well, I'm just gonna have to end the run right here, unfortunately. Kappa. So again, this is just a defense port. This game loves defense portions of like defense objectives, where you just defend the objective from people. We can sort of estimate where they're coming from just by looking at the sky, and you can see they're coming in because they're burning up. So you can tell that they're coming over here. So we can kind of anticipate them. They're actually over there, but okay. But you can kind of estimate. Oh wow, you got a lot of health, don't you? In fact, I noticed I actually took damage from him landing. That's actually kind of cool, is that you can actually crush people or crush things to death when you drop in, which is really cool. Kind of similar to Titanfall, where you drop titans on the players, which is actually quite fun. We get some more mechs, we get to blow some more stuff up.
Heads up, 8th. There's an enemy convoy being loaded at the west base. It's almost...
Convoy 213 is taking fire. All defenses back to the convoys.
So their bioweapon thing is their this toxic gas thing. I don't know the specifics, nor have I really paid attention. It's probably just some like poison gas or something that they're gonna use to kill us.
Convoy is down, but there's no way this is the entire shipment. Fleet has spotted a spear dropship moving into the area. It's heading to a landing pad north of your position. Oh, bloody hell! They've already delivered most of the shipment to the pad.
Decimus, I'm leaving to prepare the tower for dispersion.
So now we have another boss battle with with this guy Decimus, but he's a pushover. Just shoot him a bunch of times. He's got a rocket launcher, but he's not that menacing, to be honest with you. I mean, I can even just get out and just find him. I say that and I get killed. Probably shouldn't have gotten out of the mech then. Because I was trying to get the engineer because he was healing Decimus, which would have made our fight harder because then it would have given him more health. But hey ho, what are you gonna do? Now he's just on top of Graves or Blackburn. So that was actually incredibly easy. He made that so easy for us. That was actually ridiculously easy.
Deployment of spear forces at New Madrid's terraforming tower. Transports are headed your way, Captain. We'll brief you en route.
So now we're on the final mission of the game, Prejudice. And oh yeah, now we get to drive a tank as well, which is pretty cool. And there's some like save abuse, like checkpoint abuse stuff we can do by destroying this generator and then immediately loading the save afterwards. At least that's what I've seen. So if we just restart last checkpoint, it should put us ahead, which it does. So you can see we're already by the generator, saves us a little bit of driving.
Incoming, straight ahead. We got hostiles dropping in, Captain. Salvador's engineers are dismantling the tower. that final AA power station now.
We have the crew with us as well. We have Blackburn and Matthews who are helping us out here. Unfortunately, the tank can't go any faster than this, unfortunately. So it's, we have to deal with this.
Enemy mix detected. Give 'em hell.
See him, Major.
We also have these mechs. We'll just deal with them as well.
General, AA encampments have been disabled.
I've got the 5th's dropships on approach. Rendezvous with the 5th at their LZ. What the hell was that? Salvador's engineers have shut down the tower's coolant system. Cord, get to that tower.
We don't need the tank after this because of the rubble here.
We'll have to leave the tank behind. 5th elite on approach now. Once the cooling system fails, the tower will overheat and self-destruct. We're running out of time.
Shields offline.
Oh my god, Rex. That wasn't. I was meant. It was. It should have. The mortar should have done more damage to the turret, but it didn't. So I was under the assumption that the turret would have less health than it actually did.
This place is coming apart. Once the cooling system fails, the tower will overheat and self-destruct. We're running out of time. If the lead is on the ground, they've engaged Salvador's engineers and require support.
Wow, that was a rock right in my face.
Shields offline.
8th Armor, move in. Clear the area of any hostiles.
Yeah, that turret actually almost killed me. Body slam him. We should be low enough, yeah, so we can just take him out like that. More beach for dropping in. Yep. So now we have a mini boss fight with the engineers. These guys aren't too hard.
Shields offline.
You know, when you're not getting pummeled by both of them, they're easy.
Tower is going to implode. You're too late. It's all going to be destroyed.
There we go.
General, we've neutralized the engineers.
Cord, I need a sit rep for our troops about to drop in. Take first recon and scout the tower perimeter.
First recon on me.
Out the way, we don't have time. Don't have time for you guys, out the way.
Flight is coming down, Captain. There's
That's
the
what
tower.
we're here to stop, Sergeant. Keep moving.
Let me refill real quick, because we're gonna have some turrets.
Droppings all around. Eyes up! Large number of enemy deployables are dropping in. Spear elites are dug in throughout the area. Stay sharp.
We just have to destroy these defenses.
Blackburn, focus on those turrets.
Shields offline.
Supply depot repairing the turrets. Offline. Destroy that depot. Supply should be a door override nearby.
should be this console.
I'll get the door open.
Or Blackburn. Blackburn apparently has it, even though he's over there. Come on, Blackburn, you can do it.
Almost there.
Oh, actually, my mortar actually got intercepted.
Get inside the tower. Those doors won't stay open for long. There are 4 controls inside the processor core. The first 2 activate the turbine mechanism, 3rd primes the coolant system, and the 4th restarts the reactor itself.
Alright, so we're just about at the final boss fight, which with Salvador himself. Just start that by activating these turbine cores.
Turbine core 2 online.
Come on.
The turbine blades are reactivated. Moving to prime the coolant system.
It's time you were purged, Captain Cord.
So this is Salvador. This is the final boss fight of the game.
Paid for in spear blood.
And the whole thing with this boss fight is he's got like, I guess, 4 rounds. And you'll see with the grapple. Well, actually, we can't see. He basically has these like little tubes on his back that are what give him his life or whatever, and we need to just rip them out of him. And you can, and yes, we just rip it out of him just by just stunning him, and then we can just grapple him. And time's coming up soon. Time's coming up when I do it the last time, so when I pull it the 4th time. Okay. So one more time. Let me just reload my shotgun. And timer stops now.
Warning, core temperature critical.
Everything you believe in, everything you fight for, it's all built on the murder of millions!
Killing millions more isn't the answer.
Core temperature critical. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Apologies. We actually finished ahead of an estimate, I think. At least on my end, we did. But yeah, whatever. But so that's Section 8 Prejudice. I hope you enjoyed it, and it was a pleasure here running this game at Midwinter here. And I will see you guys tomorrow with Need for Speed Rivals, and I think next is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 by VK. So I think we can just head straight over to that. So thanks for having me on here, and I will see you guys tomorrow.